Setter in the industry. Do you want to advertise your product and services? Count on us. We will do it much more than your expectations. African Broadcasting Network, ABN, will deliver quick and prompt services. Our quality and clarity stands us out when it comes to delivering quality broadcasting. Our staffs are hardworking and versatile in the specific field of office. Our environment is so conducive and we are open to all. We also give advice on how to run your business profitably. African Broadcasting Network is situated at
10039 Bisonet Street, Suite 338, Houston, Texas 77036. Telephone 346-426-5650 or 832-490-8203.
Website www.abntvnetwork.com. ABN, celebrating Africans' rich cultural heritage.
Well, life to you may be different from life to me. The way I see life most of the time is different from the way you see life. Sometimes life is good. Other times, well, maybe not so good. And this is why many times we need someone to talk to, someone to listen to us without judging us. And this is a program that is designed exactly for that purpose, where we can talk, chat, laugh, and sometimes cry together. Come on. Let's talk over our matters. Let's discuss the matters of life and find solutions together. This is Eshman. Our program is now going to be on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. I need you to join in. We need to talk together. You will have the opportunity to call in, ask questions, discuss matters that concern your heart, and I guarantee you'll be glad that you talked. I'll be waiting on you Tuesday and on Wednesday and on Thursday. Eshman will be waiting for you. Hello everyone, so good to know that you're there. You're welcome to this program, your program, Sharing Life Matters with Eshman. How's your day been? Well, mine has been wonderful. Like I would always say, every day is a good day, regardless of what it is. See it from the positive side. You will find out that truly every day is a good day. Well, this is to say thank you to all my viewers. Those of you that are my ardent followers, I really appreciate you. Don't forget, this is not about me. It's actually not my program. It is your program. It is a family program, and the aim of it is to be sure or to ensure that families are happy. I just want homes to be happy. I cannot do it alone. I need you to support me so that we can reach out to as many families as possible. Domestic violence is a major issue in our society, and every day today people kill themselves in the name of love. Things happen, but the news that we hear at the end of the day is when people have killed themselves, and that's when it's too late. However, there are things that happen before that climax, before that big news. Those things are the things I like to talk about on this program. If we can find out what is wrong, then we can offer solutions. Then people can buy the solutions, and of course, people can be happy. I will encourage you, work on your relationship. Make it work. Whatever you have to do to make it work, go ahead and do it. If you have to beg, beg. If you have to spend money, spend money. If you have to call on people to step into it, call them to step into it. Do everything to make it work. However, if the journey is too tough for both of you to work on together, go your separate ways. Instead of killing yourselves, go your separate ways. You're better off living long as a single parent than dying young in the name of love. Welcome. Again, this is Sharing Life Matters with Eshman, proudly sponsored by BSA Procurement and Logistics. I told you, That is your one-stop shop shipping center. Regardless of whatever you want to ship across the globe, BSA Procurement and Logistics will do that for you. Have you thought of what is going to happen at Christmas? Some of you want to send things home for families back home. Yes, BSA Procurement and Logistics does shipping every Thursday. They ship from US to Nigeria every Thursday. And so if you have things you want to send home to meet up with Christmas, go ahead. Can I tell you a secret? All your shipping only will take between 7 to 10 business days. Wow, how fast could that be? So go ahead today. Call on BSA Procurement and Logistics, and they will handle all your shipping needs. You can call them on 832-614-8984. Remember, they ship every Thursday from the US to Nigeria and also from Nigeria to the US every Thursday. Christmas is coming. You have things you want to send home. Call them today and you'll be glad that you did. Yes, yesterday we started our topic and we discussed, and I thank all of you that called in yesterday. So many people called in, and guess what? Families are being touched because you called. Let's repeat the same tonight. Now, yesterday we talked about the differences in partners, and some of these differences are huge, and if not well managed, they could dovetail into bigger problems that could further dovetail into physical abuse if these differences are not well managed. And we know that there are minor differences, but there are bigger ones. Everybody that called yesterday suggested one thing or the other. But the bottom line that we round up yesterday's own is that whatever works for you, make sure you stay alive. If the differences are too big and your life is being threatened, please make a way of escape for yourself. Tonight, we are going to stretch it further by talking about extra demands from our partners. That is the topic for tonight, actually. Extra demands from our partners. What do we do when our partners demand the unobtainable? Do you go ahead in the name of love, stretch till you break just to satisfy your partner? Love is a good thing. Oh yes, everybody wants to be in love. Everybody loves love. But the sacrifices of love sometimes are hard to achieve. And so if there are extremely hard demands, now don't tell me some things are not possible. Wait until I give you examples of the realities, things happening all around us. Now, if our partners make extraordinary demands of us, what do we do? Do we yield to those demands all the time? Or are there times that we're going to say, hey, I won't do this? Now, don't forget, the things that bring up a lot of quarrel is many times when you say no. Your partner may not like it, and that will lead to something. Then a story will be brought from what happened in the past, how you have been disobedient, and before you know what is happening, there is a matter of domestic violence. What can we do when heavy demands are placed on us in the name of love? Do we do it or do we say no? A lot of people apply a lot of wisdom, and this is where you come in. There are people facing the agony of decisions, and they do not just know what to do. But when you call into the program, you may think you're just suggesting, but guess what? You're helping a family out of crisis. This is a family program. You can't just afford to watch it alone. Call someone, send a link to someone, tell someone to tell someone about this program, Sharing Life Matters with Eshman. We are here to help one another. Those of you watching on YouTube, I really appreciate you. But always remember to like, share, and leave a comment. All these things go a long way in encouraging us to come again and again. Let's make it a global village where we can reach out to one another. Very soon we'll go on a short break. And when we return, don't forget, we're trashing it tonight. When extra demands are being made by our partners, what do? when they are asking you to go to war in the name of love? What will you do when they're asking you, well, maybe you have to kind of kill yourself in the name of love? Are we going to stay in love, or we're going to find a way? Don't say some things are not possible until you hear what people are going through. Do you have a story to tell? Do you have something you want us to know about? Do you have a story of someone that is near you that you want us to discuss? Before the end of this program, I will give you our email address. You can send your stories, and we will surely treat those stories in these days. This month, we're recognizing those that have died in the name of love. Well, to the family members that can hear me, we feel your pain. We understand what you're going through. And we know it's a hard thing for you to know your sibling, your dad, your mom, or your child could still be alive if not for the issue of domestic violence. We feel for you, and we truly, truly pray that God himself will give you peace. This is Sharing Life Matters with Eshman. When we come back from break, we will hit the ground running discussing this matter. Get your phone near you because you need to call. Somebody tonight is listening to you.
BSA Procurement and Logistics Services. Ship to USA from Niger, or ship from Niger to USA, and also to Canada. Individual, small business, corporate establishments, and African stores and restaurants. Ship anything at all. USA office 12455 Westpac Drive, Suite H15, Houston, Texas 77082. Telephone 832-614-8984 or 281-741-4829. Email info@bsaprologservice.com or www.bsaprologservice.com. BSA Procurement and Logistics Services. You are the reason we exist. Dr. Gojuku Okoroafo and members of All Saints Anglican Church, Houston, Texas, cordially invite you to their 2022 Harvest of Joy Annual Harvest Thanksgiving Bazaar and Raffle Draw of 2022 Mercedes-Benz. It's a good thing to give thanks to our God. This is the time to give thanks to Almighty God. Join us on Sunday, 6th of November 2022, 10:30 a.m. at All Saints Anglican Church, 13403 Rain Road, Houston, Texas 77083. This event is going to be live coverage. Buy your raffle ticket for $20 and win 2022 Benz CLA 250. Call friends, family, and well-wishers to be part of this. Signed, Lady Judith Nwokore, Secretary, Affairs Committee, Sir Alex Charam, Chairman, Affairs Committee, and Sir Chidioke Ojiato, announcer. Being at number one in authentic African cuisine has made us not to stop dishing out the best to our customers. Check out some of our delicacies in African food today. We also cater for both indoor and outdoor parties. Finger Licking Restaurant 2.0. Check our all-day coffee tea spots out. Open on Sunday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Monday to Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Friday and Saturdays, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. We deliver with Uber Eats, DoorDash, and Grub Up. Finger Licking 2.0, 9817A, Bison Street, Houston, Texas 77036. Telephone 713-270-7070. Come for an authentic African cuisine.
Need to get somewhere fast and at a reasonable price? You need Tigo. You can be confident your driver will be courteous and professional. Tigo is super budget friendly, even for students and low-income workers. Tigo is convenient. Book your ride, pay, and tip your driver all in the app. Tigo, the ride-sharing company with a difference. Download the Tigo app today at Google Play or the Apple Store.
Welcome back. Again, this is Sharing Life Matters with Eshman, and I'm so happy that you're here tonight. Remember, please get your phones beside you. When you're calling, don't just think that you're giving a contribution. You're actually helping someone out of some troubles. Now, tonight we're going to be looking at some extra demands that our partners could make or demand of us. Now, when demands are made, how far can you really stretch? Given to the fact that love is meant to be permanent. So a lot of us say love is meant to be the good, the bad, and the ugly. But how good should the good get? How bad should the bad be? And how ugly should it be before you realize that? Well, in some instances, you have to say no. A lot of men don't like to hear the word no, and they see it like being disrespectful. I do not subscribe to that school of thought. I personally feel that love, relationship, marriage, as it were, it's a give and take. Everybody has a contribution to make. Now, everybody has a reason. And so when you expect someone to just hear and obey you hook, line, and sinker without argument, without refusing, that sounds more like slavery, don't you think? I do believe that everyone that can talk, everyone that can reason, everyone that can write can actually suggest. Sometimes suggestions are bought, sometimes they are rejected. You have every right to either accept or reject anything that will impact on your life, particularly when it is negative. And so when demands are made, what encouragement do you give to those that are in love? Some of these demands are so heavy that they could threaten the life of the person that we're demanding this thing from. I will give you a very typical example of some people that I know. Now, this story is very true. Some of these things sound highly unbelievable, but they are very true. A woman got pregnant again for the 5th child, and to her, no, she will have to keep it. Well, it wasn't planned for. Married, it wasn't planned for, but she wanted to keep it. But the man, being someone that's not so buoyant, insisted that no, we cannot afford another child in this family. And he recommended that the lady would terminate the pregnancy. She refused. No, she wasn't going to do that. She refused. And so the man took it up, family matter, people stepped in. The summary of people is that a woman, well, you have to obey your husband. It's difficult for some people to say to a woman that leave or save yourself or walk away. They just see that marriage is like the life ticket that you must have. If you don't have it, you're a failure. To some people, not to me. And so they made the woman feel like you'll be doing a dishonor to your husband if you disobeyed. Reluctantly, she agreed to terminate the pregnancy. Your guess is as good as mine. During the process, she died. She gave up the ghost. Who do you have to blame tonight? Do you blame this woman for eventually obeying the husband? Or do you blame the husband for pushing her? When demands are made of us, when our partners ask us to do the unbelievable, unachievable, unobtainable, do we go headlong in the name of love? What about you? That you're working so hard. And this happens in some areas, all right? You're working so hard as a woman, and the man is expecting you to bring your salary to him at the end of the month, and he gives you whatever he deems fit for you. Now, I can hear some of you saying, yes, it is happening. So if your man is demanding that you bring your salary at the end of the month, your salary, and he would give you whatever he deems fit, how do you handle this? Now, before I open the phone lines, the reason is this. If these things are not well handled, they usually will break down the communication. Communication will move into upper grade and people may start hitting themselves. while hitting themselves, there's an accident and someone has died, and it becomes a case of someone has killed someone. It's always starting with these misunderstandings and things like this. And that is why I need you to contribute, because there are people that are actually facing these issues, and even worse than we know. So you, as a working woman, and I will be asking you when you call, as a working woman, your husband is demanding that your salary be brought after your salary every month, and he gives you what he deems fit that you should have. How about that? Or what will you say about the woman that reluctantly terminated the pregnancy and unfortunately died in the process? 346-426-5650, 336-456-3800. Those are the phone numbers, and the lines are now opened. Feel free to call in and contribute. 336-456-3800 or 346-426-5650. When heavy demands are made of us, how do we approach it? It could be very sensitive, because sometimes if the no sounds too rash or too harsh, it could lead to another problem. If the yes is given all the time, it could actually also claim a victim. So how do we handle it when, we have a call already. All right. Good evening, Sharing Life Matters with Eshman.
Yeah, good evening. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good. Good evening. Who am I speaking with, and where are you calling from?
My name is Bayo Arashi.
Oh.
I'm calling from Houston, Texas.
All right, Mr. Bayo, welcome. Now, you must have had the topic of discussion tonight. What's your take on that?
Well, I only joined a few seconds ago, only when you mentioned about the issue of a wife, a husband demanding the wife's salary.
Yes.
And I really would need a clarification in what context you're talking about. Are you talking about a Nigerian man in Africa or a Nigerian man in America? Because that was kind of laughable to me, because you and I know that's not going to happen. So I need clarification on that first. Are you asking in the context of the United States or in Africa, where we all come from?
All right. Yes, I am asking this in the context of mankind. And the reality is that wherever you are, you can never tell all the stories of everybody. This thing, like it or not, happens in America, happens in Africa, happens everywhere. I have heard some things about issues in America that wowed me. So I do not want us to assume your home and my home may be different. Other people's home could be something else. The first thing I said was the lady that terminated pregnancy reluctantly because her husband insisted, and she died in the process. So what we're discussing tonight is when heavy demands are made on us by our partners, how should we approach it? Are there times that you say no, outright no? Mr. Arashi, don't forget, when a woman disobeys her husband, all right, first and foremost in Africa, second and foremost as mankind, it comes with some issues, some situations. All right. So it's not just in Africa. This cuts across the globe. So when a man is demanding for the salary of the wife, what will you tell the wife to do?
Absolutely. Thank you for that clarification. I know for sure. That's why, I was smiling when I was listening to that question. Not because it was funny, but because of many stories I've had, and
yes,
of course, my own personal experience. That we all know that a lot of us that probably grew up and were married and come to the United States as family men or as a married couple, we have a different mindset. Even with some of us that have education, quote unquote,
yes,
and have the exposure, we are not knowledgeable about the way things operate here in the United States.
Yes.
You and I know this for sure, that women are much, much more empowered here in the United States. And for any man that wants a peaceful home, that wants to live a decent life, you have to reorientate yourself when you come here. And I feel personally that is what a lot of Nigerian men, I'm going to be specific now. I don't want to say Africa because I don't know how a Ghanaian or a Liberian or a Sierra Leonean man act in his home, because they have a different cultural value. One cultural value from Nigeria is we feel naturally a man is the head of the house, which is the way it is, right? But we understood it in a different context. But here in America, it is a different ball game. You have to ask for a lot of wisdom, to be able to live with a woman, a Nigerian woman, that is also not a baby, that is mature, that is very smart and educated, and come here, no matter the circumstances of how both of you come here, things change because the system empower them, and for some of them that are probably not matured enough or doesn't see what the future holds, it tends to lead to, most of the time, a lot of challenges between the couple, and I'm sure it has led to tens of hundreds and maybe thousands of marriages being ended in this part of the world.
That's right.
I mean, I'm talking of experiences I've had and that I've had personally, and that I've had from friends and folks and colleagues at work. So it takes a lot of wisdom for us as a husband. I don't think any sensible man that comes to the United States or that live here from where we come from will have that confidence, let me use that word, to say, hey, wifey, once you get your salary, bring it to me and we will share it. It's not going to happen. I think you have to find a way to work around it with your wife and come to an agreement like, hey, babe, this is what I think we should do. And you have to be praying that she agrees and understands with you. Because if she doesn't, there's nothing you are going to do about it. You either have to take it or you leave it. So that doesn't work. Sadly, about the other issue you mentioned, I think that has to do with the husband being humane. There are a lot of men. I do watch a lot of your videos, and I know on a personal level that we have some form of connection. And a lot of things that you share is what I think most of us should go out there and be sharing these days.
I appreciate you on that.
The value of men are really, really being taken away. A lot of us that do not run to God are running to what is going on in the world, following what we are watching on social media, and really forgetting that there is a foundation for every man. And that we cannot get validation from our wives or from our girlfriend or from our women, but from the Almighty God. If you don't have that as a foundation of your life as a man, you are going to fall by the wayside. So I hope God give all of us men living with a Nigerian woman or women in this part of the world the grace and the strength to understand that things are different in this part of the world, and for fathers to start raising their sons the proper way, for fathers to do a good job in believing that, okay, son, I have done my best, and you also have to keep educating yourself in life, and that's the best way for you to be able to find your feet. But of course, more importantly, don't find your validation in any woman. Take care of yourself, find your purpose, and hopefully you will be a better man. I think that's just my own little contribution.
I really appreciate you, Arashi. This has been very wonderful. Thank you very much, and do have a good night. Please call again and again. All right. Have a good night. Yes, Arashi has opened the line, and we can all begin to call in. All right. He has said it, which is very true, that some things sound highly, highly unbelievable. Surprisingly, these things happen. Not just every now and then, they happen every day. Now, unfortunately, it looks like the women most of the time are at the receiving end. Of course, government is on their side, at least at this part of the world. But then, there are people that will never take their cases to government, even in this country. Now, whatever happens to man in Africa happens to man in America. Believe it or not, the government seriously frowns against domestic violence. But do you know there are still people in this country, in this free world, that still beat up their women? And government does not know about it. We have another caller. We continue from there. Sharing Life Matters with Eshman. Good evening.
How you doing?
Very well, thank you. Who am I speaking with and where are you calling from?
Betty Oak. I'm calling from Houston, Texas.
That's clear. Yes, ma'am. You must have heard what we're discussing. Kindly write on with your contribution.
I want to know how African man say he love you, you marry him, then he gets sick with cancer, then he won't bail out. I don't understand that. American women is not like that. Let me tell you, I did everything in my power to make him happy.
Yeah.
He was going to work, he would tell me he didn't make but $100 a week. I ain't kidding. I was making $2,000 a month, a week. I ain't cared about no money. Money don't make me.
Mm-hmm.
Money is the root of all evil.
Mm-hmm.
And people need to know this.
Wow.
So I told him, I said, well, divorce me. He give me a divorce.
Mm.
I told him, I said, okay. No, I just told him, your time is up. You got to go. You know, you don't, because he came to my hospital bed. I had to go back to the hospital. They put another tube in me. And he must have thought I was asleep, but I wasn't asleep.
Wow.
He said, yeah, I had big dreams for me. I woke up and I look at him and I turn my head. I said, yeah, nothing comes to a sleeper but a dream. You keep dreaming. Let me tell you something. What African men don't know about American women, let me tell you. They got good women. And they got women, well, because I had a first husband. He used to beat me all the time.
Oh.
And he still called me and tell me, come to his house. My son said, you'll never see my mama again. Never. Ever. Because if you put your hand on my mama, I'm going to kill you. She ain't going to kill you. I said, no. Let me separate this right now. You stay over there where you at, and we going to stay over here where we at.
Yeah.
Because I left New Orleans. I'm from New Orleans.
Uh-huh.
A young man he was a young man, and he told me, he said, take your 3 boys, pack 3 suitcases, go, and don't look back.
Oh.
In 97, I lost my 17-year-old boy. He got shot.
Oh, so sorry about that. So sorry to hear that. That's deep. I feel your pain. Go ahead.
And I'm like, okay. All right, so I was out there in the street, but after he died, I repent. No. You know, I've got rebaptized, repent. I don't do nothing. I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't drink. I go to church and go, you know, like shopping or something. That's it. I don't do nothing else. And I met an African man, another man. The man said, you were too pretty of a woman. Why would he just let you go like that? I said, he ain't had no choice. I got grown men. I don't have no boys. They say I say he had to go, he had to go. You understand?
Yes, I do.
So
Yes, I
just
do. Well, firstly, I identify with you, and I really feel so sorry about what you've been through, all right, over time in the name of love. Thank you for calling. I will surely address this point while we talk on. Again, accept my condolence about your son that you lost over years ago. I know it's still as painful as it happened yesterday. Yeah.
But,
yeah.
The week before Christmas, one of my younger sisters died. I ain't got but 3 left.
Wow. All right.
And everybody called me, but nobody not telling me what's going on. Mm-hmm. So my son come from Dallas. He drove from Dallas to here. And he was knocking on the door. The phone was ringing. I didn't hear nothing. So, but when I did hear the phone, he was outside ringing the doorbell. I said, okay, come on in. I said, you just brought me home. come back for? You just come back, you got business? He said, no. He said, sit down, I got something I want to tell you. He said, your baby sister Dave. I said, oh. He said, her name was Tawanda. And then her children had a $10,000 policy. I was so hurt, depressed, cried when I got home because they cremated them. We don't cremate our people.
Yeah.
We don't cremate none of our people. Why would y'all cremate y'all mama and your mama got a $10,000 policy? Greed, money. I told them, let me tell y'all something. If I had all the money to pass through my hand, I'd be rich.
All right.
So, my uncle called me one day after the funeral. After we went to the funeral. And he said, we getting ready to sell your dad our lane. And it had Earl on the lane.
All right.
He said, I said, well, how much y'all they offering y'all? He said, $50 million. Y'all sure that's enough with Earl on the line?
You know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do? Do you mind if I call you after the show? There's some things I need us to talk about. I really appreciate these. Again, I understand that you lost someone very painful. I pray that God will be with you. I will address some matters and I will call you after the show.
All right.
Have a good night. Please call in again and again, okay, on the show.
Good night to you and your family.
Thank
God
you.
bless you.
Thank you. Yes, thank you very much for the call. The summary that I'm going to bring out, you lost someone and I really feel your pain. No man is good enough to just keep lying to people or keep lying to the women. We must learn to say the truth. If you're earning so much, let them know the truth. You don't have to give all that you earn. You don't even have to give anything if you don't want to. But it will be right for you to be earning so much and you declare so little to your partner. That is a no-no. And those are the things that will eventually bring problems. They will bring problems that you may not be able to handle. It is your money. It is what you've earned. You don't have to give her, but let her know the truth. Now, when people find out about things, that's what hurts them. When you told them yourself, it's always not as painful as it should be. All right? Again, sorry about your loss and sorry about all that you have gone through. Now, with what we've been talking, please, the lines are still open, 346-426-5650 or 336-456-3800. Still feel free to call in. Now, demands are made sometimes, and some of these things, honestly, could be very hard. I'm going to be asking another demand. Now, be very careful when you are going to answer, but I will say it anyway. There have been cases when someone has legal problems, and a partner is asking the wife or the husband to donate. What do you think about that? Is it something that you will easily do, something that you're readily available to do it, or you will think twice? I need us to be extremely truthful. Our truth will always assist somebody else, all right? So there are various demands that we can look into. Demands from different partners, some of them extremely heavy. Some women are taught never to say no. Believe it or not, and that's the truth, regardless of where they are. They love the man so much. Whatever you're demanding, whatever you're requesting, yes, even when they are not happy. What is your advice to people always saying yes, even when they are not happy? How do you advise them? How do you handle it? Now, many times, people don't like to say no because they are afraid of losing a particular partner. They feel that, I just have to keep giving in. I just have to keep sacrificing. How long are you going to sacrifice? Do not let anyone push you to a level where you keep making sacrifices till you kill yourself. If you killed yourself, the man continues with his life. You are not a robot. You should be able to let the man know what is convenient and what is not convenient. It is now the 21st century, as we have been saying it for a long time now. The things that we do these days are different from the way they were. Demands are important. It's okay for partners to demand from themselves, but you must weigh this demand. Is this something that you can do, or there are things that you have reservations for? Say them. Let him hear. Sometimes it may have to be that people will go their separate ways. So be it. Love is meant to help you, not to kill you. It is meant to strengthen you, not to destroy you. Why would you be working and somebody else is taking the whole money and giving you whatever he deems fit? Why would you insist as a woman that you want to keep your baby and someone is saying kill the baby? I do not know how we raise it, but it is time for people to stand up for what they believe, particularly the women. I hereby challenge you, stand up for what you believe. You're not in the love game to be a servant. You're not in that game to be a slave. You're not in that game to be a robot. When a major demand is being made of you and you cannot do it, speak out. Very soon we'll go on break, and when we come back, we'll wrap it all up. The lines will still be open and we still have a lot to discuss. But then please think about it. Heavy demands on us. What should we do? Should we always say yes, or there are times that we can say no? This is Sharing Life. My executive producer, please permit me to quickly pick this call if it is okay. Thereafter, we go on break. All right, good evening and welcome to Sharing Life Matters with Eshman. Who am I speaking with and where are you calling from?
Hi.
Yes.
My name is Remy.
All right, Remy.
Houston.
Remy, you're welcome.
Yes.
So quickly, what do you think?
With the personal experience I have had with friends.
Yes.
So there's a family that I knew of. The husband works in the bank.
Yes.
And the wife is an IT person in a huge company in Nigeria.
Okay.
So she had a master's, so she got promoted. I'm just going to give you a brief summary.
Yes, yes.
Because when they say that a woman should bring the money that she earns, so the man said, since you are earning a lot of money, we will use your money to build a house.
Oh.
That means I will have to give you bring your money, your salary, as you get your salary or paycheck, give me the 100%, then I will have to give you what you need for the month.
Wow.
Right? Which is kind of suspicious. So they bought the land together. Like, fine. There was an evidence of buying a land.
Mm-hmm.
However, as time went on, she got promoted again because she was good at what she does. But he got promoted, bank in Nigeria, you have to meet up to a certain quota in a year or in a month. I don't know how it works. So the man didn't really get promoted, every year, maybe 0.5%.
As expected, yes.
Yes. So he got jealous. He stopped building the house. This was after. And whenever the woman asked, okay, can we go to the site and see the progress? So
Wow.
we live here, let's plan 5 years. 3 years went by. The man couldn't show the site. To round it all up, the guy sold the land and got away with the money.
Wow.
Not spending the money.
Wow.
And still holding on to the wife's salary. You know what that is. And when the wife stopped giving him, because there was no result, giving him the salary, she became a punching bag.
Oh, how sad.
She got pregnant during that punching bag season. she lost the baby.
Huh.
She almost lost her life because she became weak. So sometimes we don't know what we put ourselves or get ourselves into until money comes in.
That's true.
Until some things comes in. And
Money is a true test of everybody.
Yeah, it's not the root of evil. Not.
It is the love of it.
It is the obsession of money that makes it evil. You can be rich, you can be wealthy, and you can make life
Still be
better.
good. That's true.
Yes. So I would say when some demands are being asked or requested from, or when some demands are made from either of the partners, if the partner is not reasonable, just let it be, but do your own thing.
Do your own thing.
Yes. But be careful with it. Be careful.
That's a good advice, Remy, and I believe that a lot of people have heard you. When heavy demands are made, do your own thing, but be careful. The most important thing is find a way to save your life.
Yes.
Sometimes you
But
have to
it would
stay,
show.
sometimes you have to
The
run.
basic of these things are, I'll make it short. These are things that are shown before the relationship, before the courtship and the
You would have
marriage.
seen the signs.
Even some don't show before the marriage, but you should have sensed it
Yeah.
at some point, because there will be test of time on both parties.
Okay.
Both parties. But you have to be wise enough to approach or to tend to that particular situation at the time.
All right.
Everything is not to be boomerang or shout about. Sometimes communication
It's very
patience,
key.
be strategic. It's very, very key. Sometimes when you talk less and listen more,
It's very
not
helpful.
be quoted. Yes, it's very helpful. Don't use the anger at that moment to judge whatever you or your response. So those are my points, and that's
All right. Thank you very much, Remy. I really appreciate you tonight. A lot of people have listened to you. Thank you, and have a good night. Yes, viewers, let's quickly go on that very break, and when we come back, we will wrap it all up. This is Sharing Life Matters with Eshman, and I'll see you at the other side of the day.
Àánú Olúwa African Store níbi tí a ti ń ta oúnjẹ Áfíríkà lóníkan òjọ̀kan iṣu ọ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀ èlùbọ́ gààrí tọ́kan tó wọ̀nyí ẹja tútù ẹja gbígbẹ pọ̀nmọ́ panla ẹ̀fọ́ lóríṣiríṣi bẹ́ẹ̀ la ní àwọn ohun èròjà inú ọbẹ̀ tiwantiwa tó pójú owó epo pupa tìmáàtì atarodo sọ̀m̀bọ̀ tàǹtàṣé irú ògìrì àwọn ìrẹsì tiwantiwa bó ń fẹ́ ọ̀fadà ó rí níbẹ̀ Àánú Olúwa African Store wọ́n ń bá ní ṣe oúnjẹ tẹ́ ẹ bá ní ṣíṣe oúnjẹ wọn dùn ó pójú owó wọ́n ń ṣe home delivery fún ẹni tí ó bá lè wá gbogbo ẹ̀yin tó ń fẹ́ ra àwọn ohun èlò ẹwà ara tàbí ohun èlò ẹwà orí obìnrin báàgì léwọ́ weave-on jewelry bàtà aṣọ áfíríkà wọ́n ń ṣe ẹwà irun orí fún àwọn obìnrin gbogbo ohun èròjà tí ẹbí rẹ nílò ni wọ́n ń tà níbẹ̀ bó jẹ́ tọkùnrin bó jẹ́ tobìnrin àti tàwọn èwe pẹ̀lú Àánú Olúwa African Store wà ní number 4917 highway 36 south suite B Rosenborg Texas 77471 tí ẹ bá ń fẹ́ ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ àlàyé ẹ pè Janet lórí aago torun 832-858-6453 tàbí 832-858-6455 máa gbénú Amẹ́ríkà ló nǹkan Áfíríkà Àánú Olúwa African Store lónìí yẹn ìrọ̀rùn ló bá dé.
When it comes to eating African food like you are in Africa, don't just call for jollof rice. Ask for Greens and Solid jollof rice, Greens and Solid fried rice, Greens and Solid ewa going, Greens and Solid porridge yam, babambari reni, Greens and Solid amala on point. Gbegiri àtẹwédú lórí àmàlà tó fẹ́lẹ́ tó ń gbóná fẹ́lẹ́fẹ́lẹ́ with your choice of meat or fish. Roundabout ni abọ́dí ṣàkíní àbẹ́dọ̀. Ẹja aláràn lẹ́nfẹ́ ni àbí kúrúkà bó sì jẹ́ tilapia ni gbogbo ẹ̀ ló wà lọ́dọ̀ tiwa. At Greens and Solid amala on point, just give us few minutes to prepare what you order and boom! you have it exactly as it is pictured. Grace and solid amala on point. 11134 Highway 6 South, Sugarland, Texas 77498, Suite 216, or Grace and solid amala on point at 12306 Bichno Street, Houston, Texas 77072, inside the Shell gas station. Telephone 832-295-3570 or cell phone 832-692-0465. Greens and Solids on Facebook, Greens and Solids on Instagram, or www.food@greenandsolid.com. Food as it is in Africa. Grace and Solid amala on point. See you there. Hello everyone, an amazing joint is here with different African dishes. Amala bula, iyan legusi, semo and okra, suya, grilled fish, efori roll, jollof rice, plus different kind of swallow and soup. Amala joint, a very great arena to meet and discuss with your loved ones, business meeting, dating meeting, and all kinds of meeting. Amala joint. Order now through Grubhub, Uber Eats, and DoorDash. 281-721-2982. Amala Joint 6271 Highway 6 South, Houston, Texas 77083. Amala Joint, the best joints to eat the best African food. Amala Joint.
Need to get somewhere fast and at a reasonable price? You need Tigo. You can be confident your driver will be courteous and professional. Tigo is super budget friendly, even for students and low-income workers. Tigo is convenient. Book your ride, pay, and tip your driver all in the app. Tigo, the ride-sharing company with a difference. Download the Tigo app today at Google Play or the Apple Store.
Are you in Houston area and you need luxury style space, beautiful and elegant? Chairs, tables, furnitures, Asian design, high stage for celebrants, large free garage parking for guests. West Block Event Hall is all you need. Weddings, receptions, conference, baby showers, birthdays, graduations, rehearsal dinners, corporate meetings, trade shows, fashion shows, album or book launches. You can design and decorate any special event. Free appointment for a free quote. Check us out, 7636 Allen Drive, Suite A115, Houston, Texas 77036, or 5711 Ecroft Avenue, Suite A1A, Houston, Texas 77036. Telephone 832-351-0993, 713-969-0362. westblog@gmail.com or at www.westblog.com. Planning, decorations, and distinctions in stock. Think West Blog for your next luxury event hall.
All right, welcome back. This is Sharing Life Matters with Eshman, and we quickly wrap it all up tonight. Don't forget, the phone lines are still open, 346-426-5650 or 336-456-3800. You may want to quickly contribute yours. Thanks to those of you that have called already. And tonight we've been talking and looking at extra demands, when demands are being made of you. Now, it is not every time you say yes because you're not stupid. Permit me to use the word. You're not. You have a mind of your own. Any demand that will take your life, run from it. Particularly to the teenagers. Now, when teenagers get into the family way, most of the time, what is always a first suggestion from the boy? I will not say man, from the boy. The first suggestion is take it out. Now, you may want to take it out and thereby taking out your life. You need to weigh every demand, every request. You need to weigh it so that you don't put yourself in trouble. Now, demands are made from men too. And sometimes this demand push them to do the things that they do not want to do. Before you make financial demand from your man, you need to understand the level of his pocket. You need to understand how much he has. Now, he's earning so little, but you're demanding so much. Sometimes, in the name of trying to satisfy you as a woman, he may begin to put his hands into places that he shouldn't put his hands. A lot of men commit fraud. Guess why? To please a woman somewhere. That's a topic for another day, but I want you to ponder on it. Women, many times, have really pushed the men to doing a lot of things they never wanted to do. But you as a man, you can't just, in the name of beauty, succumb to every level of demand that is being asked of you. If you cannot afford it, there is no shame about it. Let her know you cannot afford it. Why will your woman visit her friend and she saw this beautiful set of furniture that will cost about $15,000, and you are struggling to earn $4,000 in a month, and she wants you to buy it? Why can't you say no? Not now. She may look down on you. She may laugh at you. She may cry. She may compare you to other people. That shouldn't push you to do what is beyond you. If you dare put your hands in what is beyond you, sometimes you may never get out of the problem. Other times you may not even live to tell the story. You are you. Nobody should be able to force you to do the things that you cannot afford to do. You have the strength, power to say no. You have the ability sometimes to consider and reconsider. It is not every time you gullibly say yes. Stand and be your own person. It helps. Now, this is the hard part of it. If anybody is going to walk out of your life because you cannot succumb to the things that will either depress you, suppress you, or kill you, let them walk away. At least you have your life and your joy to yourselves. Don't let anyone cajole you to do the things you cannot afford to do. It is not every time we say yes. Sometimes it is no. And guess what? No means no. But say the no in the name of love. Let your partner know that you really wish to do it, but due to some circumstances, you cannot do it. But do not forget, if it is something that is life-threatening, run. Like run. Again, run and discuss the matter from afar. Let nobody put your life on the line because they want to satisfy their own personal aggrandizement. It is not worth it. They may live on long after you're gone, but you are gone foolishly because you did not learn to say no. Not all demands are to be met. Some of them, yes, but a lot of them, no. Let that no be no. Do you have anything you want to advertise? Are there programs that you want to showcase to the world? Call into the studio and we'll be glad to advertise your product for you. No matter how small your business is, no matter how big it is, we definitely would like to be your friend and advertise it for you. Try it and you would see there's absolutely every reason for you to do it. So call on that same number that we have been given, 336-456-3800. You can send a text, you can send a mail, you can communicate on WhatsApp. We would like to advertise your product for you. I have not been the only one at the studio tonight. A lot of us are working together so that you can enjoy what you're enjoying. Yes, Georgina Bracco, she knows every button on the system. Extremely good engineer that knows how to pan the camera so well. Georgina, thank you for the good work that you do. Bukola Sarah, always knocking at the doors, ensuring that the adverts keep coming in, and that is why we keep opening our doors. Bukola Sarah, thank you, and what a wonderful job that you do. Yes, my personal PA, Ehiko Echo, always ensuring that I do right, speak right, talk right, reason right, and she corrects some of the things I say sometimes, believe it. Thank you, Ehiko Echo, for such a wonderful job. The big boss himself, my executive producer, Shino Ayo Onyelola, always available to encourage and to push us on. Thank you so much, sir, and God bless you. This is Sharing Life Matters with Eshman, and I'm hoping that when we talk again, there will be good news in our mouth to share with one another. I will be on your way again next Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and we have a lot more to talk about. This is hoping that life does you well, and I will see you at the other side of the divide. Have a good night now. Well, life to you may be different from life to me. The way I see life most of the time is different from the way you see life. Sometimes life is good. Other times, well, maybe not so good. And this is why many times we need someone to talk to, someone to listen to us without judging us. And this is a program that is designed exactly for that purpose, where we can talk, chat, laugh, and sometimes cry together. Come on, let's talk over our matters. Let's discuss the matters of life and find solutions together. This is Eshman. Our program is now going to be on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. I need you to join in. We need to talk together. You will have the opportunity to call in, ask questions, discuss matters that concern your heart, and I guarantee you, you'll be glad that you talked. I'll be waiting on you Tuesday, and on Wednesday, and on Thursday. Eshman will be waiting for you.
Discover the uniqueness in the entertainment industry. African Broadcasting Network, ABN, is now the pace setter in the industry. Do you want to advertise your product and services? Count on us. We will do it much more than your expectations. African Broadcasting Network, ABN, will deliver quick and prompt services. Our quality and clarity stands us out when it comes to delivering quality broadcasting. Our staffs are hardworking and versatile in the specific field of office. Our environment is so conducive and we are open to all. We also give advice on how to run your business profitably. African Broadcasting Network is situated at
10039 Business Street, Suite 338, Houston, Texas 77036. Telephone 346-426-5650 or 832-490-8203.
Website www.abntvnetwork.com. ABN, celebrating Africans' rich cultural